Okay, so what's up guys, welcome to a new video. Before we get into this one, I just want to quickly apologize for using another camera this time. This is actually a webcam, which is so much more convenient than a normal DSLR. So I think I'm going to use this one a lot in the future. But it has one problem, and that is that I look freaking red in it. I don't know why that is, but I promise I'm not a tomato. Anyways, let's get into this video. Okay, so you know how Trump constantly blames the media for being fake and stuff? Like he's saying how they're spreading fake news, and just generally he just doesn't like them. But the thing is, this is so deeply hypocritical because what I'm going to show you soon is him directly spreading fake news. Have a look at this.
Here's the bottom line. We've got to keep our country safe. You look at what's happening. We've got to keep our country safe. You look at what's happening in Germany. You look at what's happening last night in Sweden.
No. Nothing happened last night in Sweden. By the way, he's referring to Friday night, not yesterday, Sunday. So keep that in mind. The thing is, I live in Sweden and I can confirm that nothing happened on Friday night. Business Insider wrote about this. Let's have a look. President Donald Trump cited a non-existent incident in Sweden while talking about the relationship between terror attacks and refugees around the world during a rally in Melbourne, Florida on Saturday. You look at what's happening in Germany. You look at what's happening last night in Sweden. Sweden. Who would believe this? Sweden, they took in large numbers. They're having problems like they never thought possible. You look at blah blah blah, right? I mean, it's true that we're having problems, or huge challenges as we're calling it here in Sweden. But he's lying. Nothing happened. This is false. Not a thing happened on Friday. Or I mean, things happened, but nothing bad really. Nothing that deserves to be mentioned by the President of the United States. Also, just for some contrast here, right? The article says that crime rates in Sweden have stayed relatively stable with some fluctuations over the last decade, according to the 2016 Swedish crime survey. This is not true. This is also fake news. And I know Trump is guilty of this, but the media is equally guilty of this. These are the actual crime numbers. So the media is just flat out lying here. And so is Trump. So, I mean, this is why I refuse to take sides on Trump, because we won't ever be able to know who's lying or who's not lying. But the problem with this is that the President of the United States actively, this frequently goes out with fake news himself. I mean, it's fine if he constantly blames the media for spreading fake news. They do, a lot of the time. But if it's all of a sudden going to do it himself, then we have a problem. And that's just the definition of hypocrisy. And it's just so ironic in nature, because he's shaming the media every single day on Twitter for being fake news. Yet he's doing exactly the same thing himself. It's honestly quite hypocritical, and no, you can't really trust this guy, okay? But you can't really trust the media either. So what I suggest you guys to do is to always take both perspectives, and just don't blindly listen to me either. Like, listen to everyone and make your own conclusion. Anyways though, what he did here, what Trump did here is just, it's dangerous, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people actually voted for this guy. They trust him. They believe that what he's saying is true, which it's not. He's been lying a lot. And this is just another example of it. It's unbelievable, to be honest. And I'm not denying that things actually do happen in Sweden. We have had a lot of things happening in Sweden lately. I made a video about that. Check it out here. But he's lying, because nothing did happen, and I've said this multiple times now, but I just want to stress this enough. Nothing that's worth to mention by the president happened on Friday. And it's also a too common misconception that I support Trump. I don't support any presidential candidate. I think all of them are bad. No one is perfect, but I didn't really like any of them. And just because I'm making anti-feminism videos, people suddenly believe I support Trump. That is not true. I don't support him. As many people have said on Twitter, he's the person we need, but he's not the person we deserve. And yeah, I just don't like the guy, okay? And with this, I also want to clarify that I don't identify or reason with the alt-right either. I don't think those people really like me. The thing is, I'm always going to call out both sides, because both of them are wrong a lot. I mean, that's a problem. I mean, today in the world we have either extreme leftists or extreme rightists, and no extreme is good. I believe that we should create a new party, a common sense party, in which we basically kill ideologies and look at the world from different perspectives. I think that's something that would really help the world a lot. Because this hyper-conservatism, it doesn't really help at all. People are unhappy, but I don't think conservatism is the solution to this. Anyways, back to the actual topic though. A lot of people are actually saying that Fox News led Trump to believe that there was a terror attack in Sweden. I don't think he's lying on purpose. I just think he's stupid and just doesn't know what really happened. I think he's somehow mixing up something that's happened in Sweden with something else. And according to this article, this is what he's referring to. The fact that the Swedish government has been covering up rape crimes in order to protect vulnerable migrants. This is true. I made videos about this. But this has been going on for years. This is not news. This didn't happen Friday. This has been happening for years. So yeah, if this is the case, then I mean, he's obviously still wrong. But I don't think he was trying to mislead people. He's just stupid. He just did it on accident, probably because someone failed to fact check him. It's honestly quite ironic, but it did happen. Actually, this is quite funny. A Swedish newspaper actually made a list of all the things that happened on Friday night. It's even in English, it's aimed at the president, so let's read this. 3:24 p.m. local time, a man set himself on fire at Sergels Torg, a plaza in central Stockholm. He was taken to the hospital with severe burns. 6:42 p.m. The famous singer Ove Thörnqvist had some technical problems during rehearsal for the singing competition Melodifestivalen. However, the 87-year-old singer still managed to secure the victory the very next day. I was actually watching it live Saturday, that was fun. A man died in hospital after an accident in the workplace earlier that day in the city of Borås. 8:46 p.m. Due to harsh weather in the northern parts of Sweden, the road E10 was closed between Katterjok and Riksgränsen. Due to strong winds and snow in the region, the Met Office also issued an avalanche warning. This is probably what Trump is referring to. And one final thing I want to mention here is the Twitter hashtag. Hashtag last night in Sweden. Swedish police have released a picture of the man sought for the terror attack. Last night in Sweden. That was funny. Oh my gods. Before the attack in Sweden, after the attack in Sweden. But yeah, that's quite funny. If you want to look at more hashtags, just search for hashtag last night in Sweden. Anyways, that's really everything I wanted to say with this video. Except there's one more thing. Be sure to check out my second channel, on which I uploaded a vlog yesterday. It's boring, but if you still want to check it out, there's a link in the description for it. Anyways though, thanks so much for watching this video, it really means a lot. Be sure to like it if you enjoyed it. Share it on social media if you feel like doing that. It would be great if more people actually knew about this, and that is actually a liar. And yeah, drop a comment if I got anything wrong or if you disagree. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. I'll see you guys in my next video, bye bye!